Alrighty, welcome back everyone, I am Blaze here. Today's video, I've been meaning to check out the Planes of Power revamp of the Temple of Kazakh, where a lot of the mobs get raised up in level, and there's some really nice loot that drops there, such as what Pumbaa was going after, this Levitate item for casters. So I saw a guildie of mine that I've grouped with many times, Pumbaa. He was just killing there, so I went to go check out what he was doing. And in the process, to try to pick his brain about playing the Shaman class. So this conversation is between myself, Pumbaa, as well as Tarene, who's not here in this video, is also a very good Shaman as well.
That AoE slow is so nice.
It's so gross.
How good is Torpor though? You're talking about that.
Torpor is it's the first hot you get as a shaman. You get it in Funark.
Heal over time?
Yeah, it's really good, but it has a snare component on it.
Yeah, I used to tick off Zero Tool.
Oh, all the time. That's why every single time I can, I throw it on him. That's why he doesn't put me in his groups anymore. Even now. Because I throw it on him. And then I get tells saying, just throw Q on me, no need the Torpor. I throw Torpor anyways.
I used to like to troll him too with, you should have seen what Fistlord and I were doing in Plane of Fire. Deftone has a weapon that does a push, and Monk push too. We would intentionally push the mob to make Zero reposition.
That's awesome.
I'd push on Deftone, he'd reposition, and then Fistlord would push again to force him to reposition the second time. He got pretty mad quick.
You guys are bad.
It only works because he gets angry. Like Straka wouldn't get angry if we did that.
Sheka would just kind of laugh.
Yeah, it'd be boring to do it to Straka. Are these the clerics?
I think the clerics.
Yeah, they have a cleric buff on them.
Well, I mean, they heal and buff 2 walls, so.
Alright. So you gotta stun them around 50%. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, they're clerics.
I like this higher level mez because it doesn't push at all. Yeah. All the previous Bard mezes push. Do you know any other good stuff that's in this zone? So you're here for the Levitate, Insta-click Levitate for casters?
Yeah, there's an event that happens that you can do. You get actually really good earrings out of there.
Yeah.
You see if there's any.
There's a named mosquito that drops a nice item. A named blob that drops the Flowing Thought 3 boots.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw, what was it? There's something called Boots of the Mosquito. They're like an insta-click invis for animals. Charm breaking.
Oh, nice. I know there's a mosquito earring of sorts, I think.
Yeah, there's a Flowing Thought item too. How popular is the zone?
Not that popular. People normally come in here for the cog earrings. Like there's one that I just linked you.
And for the Flowing Thought boots as well, too, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, it's mostly light blues to 65. I think even in Era, people rarely grouped here too.
Yeah, nobody comes here.
No, the only reason why I saw people in there was farming the parts for the Shadow Knight gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys ever play EQ2? It was a very popular zone then.
No, I did not. It's funny. I was we were in fire, and I have the new cleric in my static group, in my group, where it splits. And I told him, hey, don't worry about group healing, don't worry about disease curing or poison curing, just worry about the tank. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, you'll come to learn to love to be in groups with me, and he goes, I already do. It's like, hey.
Yeah, I remember seeing you stream in Bastion of Thunder. You were pulling, tanking, and healing simultaneously. Like you're putting in work, man. Definitely one of the best shamans I even know. Absolutely.
Hear that, Tarene?
Yes, I heard that.
But then again, I haven't grouped with Tarene that much.
Tarene's good too. He's more, I would say, more passive.
Yeah, I tend to be a bit
Shaman.
more. I tend to be a bit more conservative, right?
I'm very reckless.
So what are the tricks you do to be as powerful as a shaman? Like, what are you doing right now?
It's, in my opinion, it's stat and gear priority.
Because I think you have the slow going on. If you have a 90% slow, you can tank almost anything.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you got torpor, which is a pretty strong heal.
Well, yeah, you're casting cube, all the time on yourself or on your party type thing. So.
And then you have Canny, and then Canny 5. Canny 5 is an AA you get where you hit yourself for like 2k HP, and then you get like 1.5k mana back.
Do cannibalizations, do they get more mana efficient versus health as you get higher level or something?
No, you will always use more health to get mana, but
or with further ranks, I mean.
with Candy 5, like the further ranks.
Yeah, like Necro Life taps get more mana efficient the higher up.
Oh, not at all. No, we on live right now, if a shaman Candy 5s, he literally basically kills himself.
Whereas right now, even at doing 2,000 points to me, it only hits me for
Like
just over
15%.
20%.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, so it's an AA actually then.
Yeah, it's an AA.
We do have a candy spell, but it only does 150 to 75 or something like that conversion. So I do it when I'm not doing anything else. But right now, for instance, I'm in innovation, sort of power leveling my mage, and I got 5-6 mobs on me with a damage shield, and all I do is I slow it, I do my ancient bane, and then I throw on my my pants, and I pretty much hold aggro the entire time and just kind of wade through them that way.
Mm-hmm.
So Ancient Life Bane's a pretty strong dot. It's a poison dot, right?
Yeah, ancient knife is gross, actually.
There technically is a better one in Planes of Power. Like Ancient Knife is from Valius type thing, but it's so mana to damage efficient that the new one isn't that much better.
Oh, okay. And what do you mean by the pants? Do you have a link of those?
I'll link them.
I mean, you guys are already given a clinic on Shaman, so... Oh. 4-second cast? Wow.
Yeah. And it's about a minute and a half in duration.
And again, there's a better one we get in PoP, but you cast that one and you can't give that one up because it's free.
The nice thing that I like about the Pant Clicky and Ancient Knife is they're both level 60 spells, so if you only have a BA3 item, you still get benefit off it.
Yes, that's true. Yep. And that's why I kept I had the wristband from Vishans until I got that range item. So
That's a different dot? The wristband?
no, the wristband is Affliction 3, so it improves all my dots. So
Oh, it's a dot modifier. Okay. What about the epic? How good's the epic?
It's dog crap, honestly.
yeah, it to me I rarely use my epic. I'll use it during when we're doing VT mobs like that. I'll put it on there just for the extra damage, but really the amount of damage it does is not that great. And I've never liked the way that it was a ramp one anyway, because usually by the time a mob is dead, sometimes it's gotten halfway through and you've done like 30% of the possible damage. So it's like
So Shaman Epic works like Splurt from Necro.
Oh, it takes forever to build up.
Yeah. And that's how the Shaman Epic works.
So unless you had a long fight, it's not really worth it.
Yeah, like
exactly.
back in the day, even on like Project 99, Shaman Epic is glorious because things just don't die fast. But in TLPs, because of Sense of Poison Dot, it's got revamped for Shaman. it's almost there's no reason to use the epic. I mean, even in VT, I never click the epic. I would rather take that 3.5 minutes it takes to cast
Yes.
to heal the off tank or something like that.
Yeah, exactly, and that's I was going to say that too. Is that for the 10 seconds or 12 seconds it takes to cast it, I could have done a couple of direct damages. I've done so much other stuff during that time period that's just not worth it to me.
Okay, so here I'm clicking the epic now.
How long of a cast timer is it?
Too long.
Because I mean, the Necro Epic's 9 seconds for a snare.
Just landed. It's 9 seconds.
Oh,
And the first hit for 11. The second one is 23.
okay, yeah, that's basically Splurt.
Third one is 35.
And unlike the pants, the affliction doesn't work on the splurt on our epic either. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's only casted dots that actually get modified by the
No.
focus effect, right?
no, the clicky pants do.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Are there any other dot clickies?
Eventually, Tarene will get Bane as a clicky. And Bane is a curse dot that shamans get in Gates of Discord. And
Those are gates.
It hits like a truck.
And the thing I love about that one and the curse ones you can buy in Eldon is that they hit like a truck, but they only last for 24 seconds, something like that. So they're great for grouping, as opposed to our poison ones, which 1, 2, maybe 3 ticks and the mob's dead. So you're not really getting the whole poison dot anyway. Whereas the curse ones, you'll almost get it all the time, the whole damage.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think, yeah, Captain just messaged me and said it's LDON. So.
Oh, that's
we'll
even
get it
sooner.
here. We'll get it here in less than a month. And it hurts.
I love that one.
How is it on aggro?
Honestly, I don't remember.
Because I mean, poison dots generate a lot of aggro.
Yeah, I don't think it's as much as Ancient Knife.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either.
Ancient Knife is like, I want aggro, that's mine, thank you. Oh, that's what it feels like.
So that's going to be your go-to. It's the curse dot after once it's available.
All 3 of them.
Oof.
Yep, all 3 of them.
Because that's the one thing that was bad about Necros. They are so... Their dots take forever to take effect that they're kind of pointless for groups.
Yep.
They're really just a raid class.
Yeah, in groups, I might cast my poison, because I'm only maybe getting 2, maybe 3 hits from it type thing before a mob's dead.
Yeah, I never dot in groups. I just slow and heal.
Yeah, pretty much.
What are some big AAs that you guys have? Because you said Canny 5 is one of them.
Candy 5 is the biggest one in my opinion. I always rush Candy 5 first. And then I go after MGB.
I did the same thing.
And once again, it depends on how you play. So if you're going to play like me, who's very aggressive and very, like I'm in front of everybody, defensive AAs are one of my priorities.
Just for surviving, yeah.
Yep. But if you play a lot like Tarene, who's passive and sits in the back, your defensive AAs can be one of the last ones you get.
Although not for me, for me, the defensive A's I always went for right away because having combat agility and then combat stability are awesome.
Are there any other AAs beyond that? Beyond Canny and then defensive?
MGB, and I mean, you got like spellcasting reinforcement, which increases the duration of the buffs. You got quick buff, which gets rid of the cast timer. Or not gets rid of, but it cuts down your cast timer of buffs, I think, longer than 3 seconds to cast by half. It's all just stuff like, you don't need it, but it'll help you.
Oh, it's not really game changing.
Yeah, no, it's Candy 5's the game changer for shamans, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
It's the only game changer in AA we get.
So I
But
think
you-
gear's more
I'm sorry,
important for
go
you guys then.
Correct.
Yeah, I pretty much look at sort of AC and hit points, and then mana as well too after that.
Yep, I do too. I have a screenshot on Raid. I'm sitting at 9k hit points and 613 AC.
Yeah, right now I'm at almost 9,400 and 638 for AC.
It's gross. I mean, I'm still wearing scaly shell precision.
And once I got, and on Agnar, once I got through Eldon, I had 11.7k hit points. I forget what my AC was, but I actually had like 21 heroic stamina or something like that on my shaman as well too.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you prioritize heroic stam, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I go for stamina and agility.
I don't. I prioritize wisdom because I want more mana.
Yeah, but I found that the amount you need to get that extra mana is
Well,
or at least for the flowing thought was really you had to get a lot of extra stuff.
You need 10 heroic wisdom for 1 mana tick,
Yeah,
but more wisdom is bigger mana pool.
true.
So it's all in the eyes of the beholder.
Whereas I sort of look at it as like if I have more hit points, then I have more mana.
Yeah, I haven't gotten anything in time that gives me heroic stand besides the chest. I don't have anything that gives me heroic anything besides the chest. I'm personally not going after it because, like I said, this is just going to be a box here in the next couple months. So there's no point in me trying to go crazy on it.
I think I just ended up with that much stamina, not because I was actually targeting it, but because it just was the items I chose that I wanted at the time. Like, oh, wow, and I think I ended up with like 15, and then I went, maybe I'll get some Eldon Oggs and help that out too. Because that's the nice thing with the Eldon Oggs is that you'll eventually get a poison one and a disease affliction one as well too, which are quite nice. Because they do like 40% or is it 40%? Or is that the heal one I'm thinking of?
I'm not sure. I didn't do LDO win on Kornev or Agnar. I quit right before it on both times.
So Pumbaa's gonna become a box. What's the plan for the main?
Berserker.
Oh, is that the GOD expansion?
Yep.
What's the class even like? I mean, I don't know that much about it.
It's a two-hand rogue that has a group attack buff shout that they do. And the group attack buff is gnarly. I think it's plus 90 to attack. Yeah.
Does it stack with Rangers?
Yeah, it stacks with everything.
Oh.
It's its own slot. So you could have Avatar, you could have like Savagery, and then you can also have the Berserker shout. Yeah, and then you put a Bard in the group as well, and then you put a Shaman in the group as well. Because Shaman 1.5 is increases critical strike chance and damage.
Yep, it's nice.
Of everybody in the group. So you stack a Bard, a Shaman, and 4 DPS.
You're gonna like Eldon though if you get a bard in your group. I'll tell you why. So you know
Tell me why.
Rizlona right now? It's basically it gives you max haste, and it does a 15% bonus to direct damage nukes, but only nukes. In Eldon, we get one that does nukes and dots.
Ooh.
So 15% bonus damage on your dots too.
Ooh, that's nice.
I'm getting to use the finishing blow. I'm landing a lot of those finishing blow critics.
Did you guys ever hear about Fist Lords and Nagi when we duoed it?
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, so we were duoing Nagi, and this is when I found out that I'm much tankier than Fist Lord, because that dude's a wet paper sack against Nagi. That dude was getting eaten alive, and we got Nagi down to 15%, and I ran out of mana. And I was all like, and I got one last heal off. It was the rest of my mana. I crit healed him, so he went up to 100% hit points. And I told Fist, I'm like, the only way we can do this is if we bank on him running. And got to 11%, got to 10%. Next thing you know, he died. Fist Lord, finish blow neck.
Awesome.
And he dropped Sellow's Drum of the March and 2 Red Dragon skills. So it was 100% worth it.
I actually, I know Fistlord from P99.
Oh, do you? I played Diablo 3 with him, and then we switched to Path of Exile. And then we also duo a lot on EQ, so he's like my duo partner.
We were in the same guild, Kittens, on P99. I actually have a video with him on his wizard.
Oh, yeah?
Do you know the Raptors in Timber Steep?
Of course.
I AoE snared all the Raptors and bunched them up while he just nuked them to oblivion.
That's dope. That's a good duo.
Yeah. I think we tried to do that also in Dragon Necropolis. I tried to snare up all the spiders while he nuked them to oblivion too. The Bard AoE snare. No, they don't.
The end of summon.
No.
That's why they're like a necromancer's fantasy.
They shadow step though.
Yeah, that's fine if they hit you. I don't know, parts of me would like to go back to P99, and then I think about it, and then I remember the bullshit that you have to go through on P99 with racing, and I was just like, never mind.
Yeah, raids are just flat out nasty.
Yep, never mind. I ain't going back there.
I think it's more fun just because everything's so much harder earned.
Yeah.
But I just don't like how it's a museum that has an end date, you know? Once you hit the end of Elias, once you get your epic, once you get the best items, there's no reason to play anymore on that character.
Yeah. It's a big reason why I left too, to come here.
That's what I love.
I was tired of racing.
I mean, that's what I love about the Moon expansion, Luklin. It's like, the whole point of EverQuest is play your powerful characters, not weak ones. You get an opportunity to get AAs, play your most strong character with all the best gear. It's amazing. And being able to schedule raids is a godsend.
Oh yeah, it's so much nicer.
3 a.m.
And I want to be able to log on and just play.
Yeah.
You know, if it's raid day, I can log on, I can go raid and go get gear or not get gear. More than likely not get gear because that's my luck.
You're lucky.
And just show it. Says the guy that has a TA right now.
Oh, come on. It was bound to happen.
No, I'm just saying.
Hey, you blew your DKP enough that you put yourself out of contention for it.
I wasn't going to beat you anyways, Mr. I'm going to sit on 2k DKP for all of Luckland. And then I guess I'll spend 50 here. Oh my god. I shouldn't have bid 50.
I have to say that I've picked up some items for some pretty good prices already.
Yeah, it's because you wait till the last fucking one to drop and you get it for nothing.
No, I don't do that though.
I will call you out every time, Tarene. Yes, you do. But that's the smart way of doing it.
But that's sort of the benefit of having really good gear to start or as you go along is the fact that I don't need that next piece because it's only a marginal increase. So why not just wait until I can ride it out?
I'm still wearing Vulak arms.
Wait, what's the TA?
That's the clicky slow.
It's the slow stick.
That's a single target, right?
Yep, but that's besides Annie 5, which comes out in Luckland, that's the game changer. TA is the next game changer.
Wait, Anti-Fi?
Huh? Anti 5.
No, you said Canny 5.
Canny 5.
Oh, the AA, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
What about that group shrink thing from Vexthal?
It's just a...
It's more, it's that you want that more for the alchemy, not really for the shrink. The shrink is fun, but it's the alchemy you want.
I wanted it for the shrink.
Yeah. It's it's the third way to tick off Zeratul. He does not like being shrunk.
Yeah.
Do you know any other zone revamps? Revamps, sorry.
Not right now. I believe LDON is the revamp of PoP.
And that's pretty good, actually.
And the revamp of PoP is like the EXP place.
Yeah. If you can't get into fire, you go to PoP.
It's that good.
Yes.
I would say the other way around. If you can't get into PoP, you go to fire.
To be honest, I like PoP more than fire mainly because it was different as well too. But yeah, I like PoP.
Yeah.
And that's where I EXP'd on my ranger and my paladin eventually in Agnar was PoP.
Yeah, I'll probably be in PoP a lot.
What about the Eldon expeditions?
The hard ones are decent. You know, you'll get an AA for an expedition type thing on hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll take you 15 minutes to do on it with a solid group.
But it's just it's too stressful, I guess, for grinding.
Yeah, I've been told you don't want to do hard.
People like doing hards as opposed to the easy ones. I think that if you are looking just for successes, just to crank up your AUG, just do the easies and just mash through them as fast as you can go.
Yep.
Like I was with Nipper on Agnar, and we were doing easies in 7 minutes.
Yep.
Do you know any info on the 72 Ranger raid?
None.
I heard
What's that?
I heard Stratco is trying to coordinate with several guilds, try to get 72 Rangers all in one raid and do some targets.
See, I thought that might have just been more of a joke than anything, but it would be fun to see actually.
Yeah.
Well, you
I would
need
want
one
to see
person
it.
to tank.
Yeah, the ranger.
And you have enough people, you just do a weapon shield rotation and say, okay, who's up next, and just proc, hit weapon shield and start tanking it, and yeah, you'd be fine. And over even a long fight, you have enough rangers to use weapon shield anyway, because I think it's 42 seconds or something like that it lasts for. I forget, maybe 24. But still, that's still how many minutes is that going to be? Half an hour?
That DPS would be insane. I already saw like 10 Rangers, what it looks like when that many arrows are shooting against Sagani. I can't even imagine like 60 doing that.
I think that would be fun to do it and then have you in there just kind of like recording it.
But they need like a bard for haste though.
And make a video of it.
Yeah.
Kind of like a sell point, like what we did on Angler.
Watch, they'll get nerfed.
I know, right? Rangers can't use bows anymore. Because they killed Zach in 2.5 minutes.
Even though there's a whole army of them. Like, come on.
I think there was one point where we had like 12 or so rangers on one raid on Mangler. Yeah, and you could just watch the barrage happening. It was quite hilarious.
Yep.
But to see 72 arrow shots like that would just be hilarious. It'd just be solid stream. Like you wouldn't be able to see anything else.
Yeah. I took a screenshot, but I can't find it. And it's of me and SSRA. I forget what server it was. And I was facing my character's face, and there were arrows on both sides of my head. I felt like I was in Lord of the Rings.
Although, would this be more powerful? A plane of fire, 72 enchanter raid with all of them charmed. Pet.
As a slaughter.
I think that's better.
Not on the enchanters end. The enchanters would slaughter.
Yeah, there would be a million charm breaks.
One pet break. That's all it would take.
Alright, so what should this be titled?
Shenanigans and CT.
Yeah, it's probably a good one. But there's so much about shamans. Pass the potion. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Pass the potion.